Hey guys, how you doing? Coach Mitch here. So I get this a lot asking me, what are the personalities of the interview panels for CBP? It's a good question. So I'll tell you what their personalities are. The first thing is this, they're non-emotional. You're not going to get much out of them. Every once in a blue moon, I'll have a client that says, yeah, they gave me a smile or a head shake, a nod, That's a rarity though. I've been doing this for 7 years, over 2,000 clients in my doors. Of that, maybe 4 or 5 has some kind of positive review from the interview panel. The rest though, they are emotionless. They're not there to cheer you on, right? Number two is they seem cutthroat. Why is that? Well, the truth is they're that way because they don't have to like you. You're just an interviewee. That's how they see you. They're not there to entertain you, right? They're there to just ask you some questions. They're given on a list. See if you know how to answer the question appropriately and properly, right? With a law enforcement slant, right? If you understand everything. Number three, they seem like they're really looking beyond me. They are looking beyond you. It's a great way to look at that too, because when that Zoom opens up, they're looking for you if you're nervous or not. They're looking for your eyes to jiggle around like this, right? They're looking for any kind of hand thing that's shaky, whatever, right? They're looking for all those things. And now they're listening for voice fluctuations, meaning are you strong in your statements? They're listening for you and how you deliver the answer. Is that really what they mean when they tell me that? They're really judging you by what you're telling them. They want to make sure you really stand by what you're saying. Does it make sense to them? Does it make sense to you? They also, one of the biggest things here is this, they're not patient people. This is not a patient bunch. They don't have time to sit there and ask you questions and questions. They don't want to do that. You have to understand the reason why they're not patient because they don't want to be there. It's not their full-time job. They're not hired on to interview people. You're thinking, well, I'm very qualified. You can be the most qualified applicant in the world. You are still just a number to them. That's the facts. And you're thinking, well, why is that? Because there's thousands just like you. In the civilian world, you might get, 10, 12 people for one job? They're going through thousands of people all the time, every day. Every day they do this. And so, yes, they rotate, right? Not the same people, but they don't want to do that. It's not what they went for. They went to sit there and take care of the country, to keep drugs out of the country, stop human trafficking. They're not there to interview some guy in a suit, some girl in a blouse, whatever she's in. They don't want to do that. So that's why they are impatient. And when you sit there and you start doing your over explanations, or you're running on sentences, or you're just talking forever about one little question, that's why they zap you so fast, because you don't know what you're doing. They don't have high expectations because they know most of the people in there for the interview have not studied properly. That's just the truth. They run up there in these interviews, think it's going to be a civilian type interview, and they are absolutely shocked when they find out there is no such thing as where will you be in 5 years. No one cares or gives a crap about what college you went to. No one cares about your GPA. No one cares how many degrees you have. No one cares about none of that. No one cares about none of that. What they only care about is how you answer those 4 or 5 questions. They're going to come at you rapid fire. They're looking for facts. Every question has at least 5 points in the answer. 5 points in the answer. Every single one of them, guys. 5 points. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for you to be wasting their time because you just can't stop yourself from rambling. And the reason why you are rambling because you don't know what the heck you're talking about. That's the real deal. In my coaching program, we stop that rambling stuff really fast, because what's the opposite of rambling? Confidence, right? If you understand, if you get the confidence in your answers, right, then you don't have a problem with rambling because you know what you're talking about. This panel, I know plenty of these people from this real life. They do not want to hear you ramble. They don't want that. Number 5 of this panel seems very direct with their questions, and they don't seem to be happy with the answers. They're not there to be your friend. You could answer the most correct answer there ever was for CBP. They're not going to cheer you on. You have to think of this as a one-person show. You're in there to show them through your answers, through your professionalism, that you deserve to be in the uniform and wear the badge also. But don't look for friendships. It's not going to be there for you. They're not there for that. And I want to tell you, this is why they are the way they are. Because they have, honestly, low expectations of the applicants. Imagine you're doing a federal law enforcement job, right? So you're doing a federal law enforcement interview, and most of the folks you interview are coming from the civilian world, answering questions in a civilian way. It's like a waste of time. Why should I even do this? That's how they think, right? Because you're not coming here ready. You come here thinking, I'm going to ask you about your degree, where you're going to be in 5 years. It's an insult. You don't even know what you're talking about, right? And that's what bugs the crap out of these guys. I know this. But when you come there with your stuff together, are they any easier on you? No. But they might not ask you as many questions. They might not ask you as many continual questions because they think you have a grip on reality and you have a grip on where you are. And that's what they're looking at. That's how they are, you guys. If you guys want help to pass this structured interview, I can show you how to do it. Been doing it for 7 years. I enjoy what I do. I have a 90.4% success rate. Yes, 9 of every 10 of my clients pass the interview process. It's a challenge, it's work, but we all do it together, right? All right, you guys, you take care. This is Coach Mitch. Description down below. Everybody out there, continue your mission. Take care. Bye-bye.